it's Mia from Rose Nails by Marissa Coombs, and in this video I'm going to be doing a shorter set of Remembrance Day nails, and I'm going to be using SBD London Grey Series 5 and 11, and I've already given these tips 2 coats of colour because I thought that'd be a bit boring to watch. So I thought I would do these shorter ones because I've been asked quite a lot for sort of relatively detailed artwork on shorter nails because it's always done on the longer ones, and I think pretty much any of the videos that I've put up on my YouTube channel you can definitely do on shorter nails as well. So I'm just putting a layer of base coat over the lighter bluey grey nails. I think I'm using my Nail Chemie base coat, which cures in the lamp for 30 seconds. And then I'm going to go in with my Ink London Oakley glitter, which is the most amazing, fine, holographic silver glitter. I really do love this glitter. And I just want a really sort of light dusting of it coming down from the cuticle. I don't want too much of it because I don't want to kind of overload it with glitter. But I just want a little light dusting. So I'm just going to use my fan brush, and once that base coat is cured, you can use pretty much any base coat because it's all got a really nice sticky layer. And I'm just going to use my fan brush and put some of that at the cuticle end and then fan it down towards the free edge. And if you put that into the inhibition layer of a base coat, it generally stays pretty still as well, so that when you come to top coat it, it doesn't move around. So that's those nails kind of all done and dusted really, because that's about all we're going to do on those ones. And on these ones, they've already got 2 coats of grey number 11, and I'm going to use this gorgeous green from the Forever Autumn collection to paint on, oh, and my striping brush and my SBD London striping brush. And I'm going to paint on a really nice simple leaf. I did toy with the idea of doing the leaf in the SBD London 4D Pretty Putty as well, but I wanted all the focus to be on the poppy, so I really wanted to make that bit stand out, so I thought I would do the leaves in gel polish. And also, if you're in a salon and you need to do things quite quickly, then these poppies are super quick, and I find the leaves a lot quicker to do in gel polish, so that's why I have done it this way round. So once that's all done, I'm going to cure that in my lamp for 60 seconds. All of the SBD London polishes cure for 60 seconds, and so does their top coat and the 4D Pretty Putty. So that's all a 60-second LED lamp cure. So far our nails look like this. And I'm just going to go over with the SBD London Tempering Top Coat, which is my fave. And here they are. Aren't they gorgeous? So I'm going to be using Ruby Red and Jet Black 4D Pretty Putty from SBD London. Now you only need a little bit. I have a feeling, if I remember rightly, I put way too much on here and I took some off. And I'm going to be using my 3D Oval number 2 brush from SBD London, and I'm also using the slip solution that comes with the SBD London signature gel, and I'm using that on my brush just to make sure that the putty does not stick to my brush. So I'm just going to put a sort of blob of the Pretty Putty in the corner and then sort of start patting it out in a sort of rounded petal shape. I don't want it to be too, how can I say it? I want them to be quite round because it's a poppy, is what I'm trying to say. I don't want it to look like a rose petal, so it needs to look like a poppy petal, so it needs to stay quite round. And then I'm just kind of shimmying my brush underneath the Pretty Putty at the edges to make it curl round, to make it look more 3D and poppy-ish. So then once that's done, I've kind of flattened it on one side and I've curled it up on the other side, and you'll see why in a minute. And then I've popped that in my lamp for 60 seconds. And then I'm going to get another little blob of Ruby Red, I think it was called, and put it on the inside of the flower and then work it outwards. Now the reason I've left that half of the first petal flat is because I'm going to make this petal rise up on that side. Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. I hope it makes sense. But these are really nice and really simple to do. So if you're new to doing sort of 3D and 4D artwork, then these poppies for remembrance are a really nice simple way to start. So then again, use your brush underneath that pretty putty and kind of lever it up. I prefer to make it quite flat to begin with to get my shape of the pretty putty where I want it to, and then I'll work on getting my 3D bits that I want to be 3D upwards. So I've just gone over the nail slightly with the pretty putty so that I can push it sort of around and curl it round onto itself. Does that make sense? And then I'm just manipulating that into shape before I put it in the lamp for 60 seconds. And then I'm going to get a tiny weeny piece of jet black, and I am going to roll it in between my fingers because obviously poppies have quite a rounded middle. So I want to keep that as round as possible, but I do need to kind of squish it down with my 3D brush. So I'm just going to give it a really light patting. I put way too much on there. I knew it was one of them I put way too much on. I put way too much on there. So I'm just going to squish and pat that into place off camera, obviously, because that's super helpful on a YouTube video. So you can get a lovely close-up image of my poorly finger. So yeah, I'm going to just squish that into place. I've got no idea why I'm faffing with it for so blimmin' long, because this is like the easiest bit of the flower. But I obviously just love to faff. And then once that's done, before you cure it... Oh my god, am I faffing again? Put the bloody brush down, woman. Now, I can't remember if I did it on this video or not. No, I didn't. Okay, so I actually did a set of these nails today. Oh, so these are my Yayogi gel paints in number 3, 8 and 10, which is white, yellow and green. And I'm using the 7mm SBD London brush as well, and I am just adding some details in. Now on the set of these nails that I did today, I did a lovely set of these today, and I actually, before I put the black putty into the lamp, I just got a super fine dotting tool and I just pressed some little dots into the black just to give it more of a textured effect before it went in the lamp, and it looked really, really nice actually. So, I am just using a very, very light dusting of the white Yayogi gel paint on my brush to go around the edges of the poppy, just to make it look a little bit more 3D, give it a little bit more interest and texture, and it just kind of makes it stand out a bit better. And I'm going to put some teeny weeny super faint, it's just whatever bits of the pretty putty are sticking out and can touch my brush. So I'm not forcing my brush down at all. This is the lightest dusting of your brush ever. So I'm going to pop that in the lamp for 60 seconds to cure. And then for the midsection of the poppy, I have mixed some of that yellow and green Yayogi gel paint together because I wanted like a... I didn't want a green and I didn't want super bright yellow, so I kind of mixed a little bit of it together just to give it a sort of more, I don't know, dirty yellow. Does that make sense? That sounds wrong. That doesn't sound nice, but you know what I mean. And just to give the poppy innards some interest. And once that's all cured, and I've done it on both of the nails, I'm just going to wipe the slight sticky layer off of my gel paints, and there they are. They're all done. So I hope you found this helpful and you've liked seeing a design on the shorter nails. If you'd like to see more on shorter nails, please leave a comment down below and I'll do some more shorties. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next one, guys. Bye!